Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, Gordy, yeah. Can you
I'm
hear
not
me?
hearing you. Hold on. Speak way there now.
Can you hear me now?
I got you now, yeah. It's better. Hello and welcome to the third level Women's Premier Division football final from Athlone Town Stadium, Lissywullen. I'm Gordon Brett. I'll be on commentary today with Tommy Hewitt, the Athlone Town Senior Women's Manager. Tommy, we have NUI Galway versus the University of Ulster. Two very strong sides, a lot of League of Ireland talent on show.
Yeah, absolutely, Gordon. Yeah, I'd be more familiar with the Galway girls than I would be with the Ulster girls. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a good spectacle here today, Gordon.
Yeah, we had... Earlier on we had the Division 1 final and our own local institution, the Technological University of the Midlands, of the Shannon of the Midlands campus, won the Division 1 ladies title with a 5-1 win over UCC second string. Again, Athlone took an early lead, actually midway through the first half, and had a 2-0 lead at half time and just built on that in the second half. And again, a lot of League of Ireland players on show in that game as well. Tommy, you watched some of it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Look, I was delighted for the girls first and foremost, because I would have been involved with them there the last number of years, and it was great to see. And yeah, there's I think 5 girls from my own Athlone Town team that performed very well. But it's great for the local area as well, and for the college that, you know, a bit of silverware this year. And to my own assistant manager Anto Fay as well, has done a great job with the girls. Yeah.
So this final here, we'll have two sides. We'll just name out the University of Ulster team first. In goal, Lexi Perry. 3, Naomi Donnan. 5, Beth Chambers. 17, Leah McGonigal. 14, Cara Mervyn. 4, Emma McMaster. 6, Mia Fitzsimons. 8, Jessica Rhea. 7, Sophie Megan. 8, Faith Johnson. 2, Rachel McLaren. And the substitutes are 10 and 11, which is Leah Robinson and Lucy Carville for the University of Ulster side. And for NUI Galway, just as the game kicks off, we have 1, Abigail Ronayne, 2, Aoife Lina, 3, Bryna Milton, 4, Molly Page. Just as we first strike on goal, Tommy, there.
Chloe Singleton, just picked up a loose ball there and drove forward. And you know, Chloe's a very experienced National League player with Galway. Obviously a local girl here in Athlone, but good chance for Galway. Gordon,
yep. I just finished off the Galway squad. And 5, Molly Page. 6, McCall Bennion. 10, Chloe Singleton. As Tommy mentioned, just got that strike on target there. 11, Jane Treahy. 8, Emma Keane. 4, Teresa Kenevy. And 9, Lainey Green. Substitutes for NUI Galway are Ciara McManus, Alana Roddy, Lauren. Actually, I've made one mistake there. Actually, yeah, we've a change on Ella Rose O'Flaherty was replaced. Actually, just wasn't feeling well in the warm up, but does sit on the bench and is available to come on. And she was replaced by number 12, Ciara McManus. So that was a late change just before kick-off. Actually, just as NUI Galway here apply a little bit of pressure from the corner, and the subs were Ciara McManus, Alana Roddy, Lauren Seaman, Angel Ambrosia. Maeve White, Aoife O'Malley, Karen Connolly, and I say Ciara McManus, who was originally there as a sub, but just listed, has started instead of Ella Rose O'Flaherty.
Hey, Galway, NUIG have started very brightly here, and I suppose they expected the likes of Chloe Singleton to put a stamp on the game, Gordon, and here she is again. Good chance, deflect a shot for a corner. And
yeah, blocked down by Rachel McLaren from University of Ulster, and that change, Tommy, you think will make? I know Ella Rose O'Flaherty is a Galway player herself, obviously daughter of the very famous Ricky O'Flaherty, and I suppose that's a little bit of a blow just before kick-off.
Yeah, and in fairness,
what's the chance of this goal?
Ciara McManus, I think, is it, Gordon? Yeah, it is Ciara McManus who scored. Just as we're talking about that change. decent ball into the box. It wasn't defended great, and in fairness to Ciara is very technical and good spin and great finish. I think it's a great start for Galway.
Absolutely.
Or for NUIG, sorry, I keep saying Galway. But
NUI Galway.
NUI Galway, yeah.
So, Ciara McMahon's a local girl, gets to score in a national final in her hometown. So, some great joy there for that family. And as University of Ulster, probably the first time to just break into the NUIG half. Just ball ran out of play there by Naomi Donnan.
Yeah, I think in fairness to Ellie Rose there, Flaherty, like she's a very, very experienced National League player as well with Galway
and a goal scorer.
And a goal scorer as well, Gordon. So, but look, I'm sure Billy will be happy now with his choice that, with the replacement that he had to come on for her. Hopefully, Ellie Rose will play some part in the game.
Yeah. It's Chloe Singleton making a bit of ground down the right wing. And if anybody's just tuned in, if you're not familiar, both sides are Galway are in the grey, playing from left to right, and University of Ulster in the white kit, white jerseys, playing from right to left. So again, it's a great honour for Athlone Town Football Club to be hosting all these national finals here. It's I think it's the 7th final that we've had here in the last 3 days. A lot of men's finals on Tuesday and Wednesday. Today it's the turn of the ladies, and the ladies will be back here later in March as well for more finals. The Kelly Cups and such will be played here as well. So ball cut out there by Aoife Lina. Always nice to get a good start like that, Tommy, in a final. You're kind of inside 5 minutes and you're 1-0 up. It really settles the nerves.
Absolutely, and in fairness with the players that NUIG have, that will breed confidence into them. Because I know I was talking to Billy earlier on and how highly he raced the Ulster team. So great start, great start for them. And
just a small little sniff there for Snuffy Megan, just almost getting across, but number 4, Teresa Kennevy, got across and just put the ball out for a corner. So University of Ulster, first time here, really just get them to see on another set piece and see what they can do with this one. NUIG set up there and very much in a zonal setup. One on each post. Ball headed away by Singleton, I think it was.
Yeah. Poor delivery, but another chance here.
Yeah, the ball was back in, was by Sophie Megan. NUIG have dealt with it very well so far. That'll probably be a University of Ulster ball. Gone off Naomi Donnan. Played it off number 5, Molly Page for NUI. So if you just joined us, we've live streamed all our games here this week. And just joined in, it's one chance for NUIG and it's 1 goal up, as you can see on the scoreboard. But long way to go, Tommy, in this one.
Yeah, and also just showed signs of Gordon of what they're capable of doing. So I think Galway will have to be on their mark here. But in fairness, we talked
good
about
effort. Yeah, it's a great ball in by Naomi Donnan, I think it was.
Yeah, she's created a bit of there down the left-hand side and for Ulster. But just Trace Kennevy there in the middle of the park again, or sorry, centre back, who plays for Galway, and she's an under-19 international as well, and she's very solid. And so it'll be hard to see anything going by her today. But look, as you say, Gordon, it's early days yet.
Both sides really, again, Tommy, setting up in 4-3-3, really, nothing unusual in the way they've set up. NUIG happy enough to play out from the back there rather than go long. Just inviting University of Ulster onto a little bit, but that effort just to play through the lines didn't work out. Vital interception there by the number 4 for NUI Galway, Teresa Kennevy.
Very solid, Gordon Trays is very solid, very dependable type of a player. She's always a 7 out of 10 every time she plays. And, as I said to you, I think Ulster University are going to have a hard task trying to break her down. Probably best bets are probably down the wide areas, but it's good. I suppose Ulster University are showing good suppose going 1-0 down, you're showing, that look, it hasn't really affected them much, Gordon, because they have had most of the play since they went 1-0 down. So
yeah, they have, as I said, they have a foothold in the game here. That'll be a goal kick for NUI Galway. Their goalkeeper Abigail Ronayne take this one again. More than likely, they'll just play out.
Another former Athlone player. She played last season with us and recently signed back for Galway, which would have been her club from 17s up. And
there's the commentator's curse. When I said we're going to play out, go along. You have to vary your game. So the University of Ulster number 9 there, Tommy, Faith Johnson, seems to be all energy, pressing and closing down, constantly looking to run in behind.
Yeah, she seems that type of player, all right. If you don't keep an eye on her, she'll cause a bit of problems there with her movement. But
Aoife Lina tidied it up that time, just getting in behind, sweeping across, and be a throw in for University of Ulster. As you say, as Tommy said there, it's been all University of Ulster since they conceded a goal. Galway will definitely want to try and get the ball down, build a little bit of play, get a bit of momentum back. But for the moment, they have to do the basics, get the defending right here. So to win it back again, University of Ulster looking to play back under a little bit of pressure. Anyway, Galway's number 9, Lainey Green, picked up possession. And ball stays in play, well kept in by Ciara McManus, the goal scorer.
Yeah, she's done well there, but I think she was looking for someone just to, lay it off to him. I think it's Aoife Linen. She's just looking for a little bit of support there and put Galway on an attack here now. Yeah,
Emma Keane there, just a really good interception. Those square balls so dangerous, especially when you have a player who's so alert. And anyway, Galway lose possession, transition back to University of Ulster. But again, player you mentioned already, Tommy there, number 4, Teresa Kenevi, very solid, reading the game very well, picking things up and restarting play.
Yeah, she's as I said, she's a very solid player, Gordon, and she won't let the team down on you, that's for sure. And
Sophie Megan showing good feet out wide, gets the ball into the box, into that number 9, into Faith Johnson. Strike there from the number 6, but just didn't catch it right. Mia Fitzsimons.
Good play there, and again, as you said, she didn't catch the strike. I suppose she'd be disappointed in herself there, but again, it shows NUIG that they can't take their eye off this Ulster team, because they seem to have a good track going forward, Gordon, and good combinations. They're a well-coached team. You can see that in them, and I think she'd be disappointed not to hit the target or not to get a better shot off there.
So, linesman, didn't actually mention the officials before the start of the game, but in the centre is referee Paul Tone, and the official on the far side is Robbie Stokes, and on this side it's Willie Stokes, and the 4th official is Des McHenry. The respective coaches as well, a lot of experience there. Tommy, at the University of Ulster, Daniel McDowell Tuffy is the head coach of the University of Ulster side, and of course Billy Cleary, a former teammate of mine at Galway United, is the manager of the Galway side. He's ably assisted by Pádraig de Burca. Kayla Brady is involved, Anna Fahy and Leah Brady. Again, very familiar names in Athlone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and look, Billy's been experienced with the women's game, I suppose, the last 7 or 8 years, being a head coach of Galway senior ladies, and I think he's been involved with the NUIG for the last number of years also as well. And yeah, there's Kayla Brady, who was also a former Athlone player, and Leah, who's a present Athlone player, and Anna Fahy, in fairness, I think she's only come back from a bad injury, is a Galway United player. So good experience there on the bench, Gordon.
Yeah. So Teresa Kenevi here with the free kick, goes long. Good defensive header there by Beth Chambers for the University of Ulster. Again, conditions not as warm as they were earlier on. It kind of gone a little bit chillier, Tommy. I don't think it'll affect the game. There's no wind. It's nice and calm.
Yeah, it makes a change for the last couple of weeks when a lot of games we play with a bit of a wind, and a bit of an advantage for a team. But yeah, it's a lovely day, lovely evening for a game of football, Gordon.
Yeah, that's it. It is a national final. Again, you just set an example of the pressing there from Faith Johnson, the number 9 for University of Ulster, really forcing Teresa Kennevy to play back.
Yeah, she's going to be a handful, Gordon, I think, as the game goes on and she finds her little pockets of space, but she has that side to her game as well. She doesn't let you rest.
Yeah. So again, University of Ulster have had a lot of play without creating anything major yet, just that one kind of a half chance earlier on, but have pretty much dominated the ball and territory, I suppose, and since they conceded that goal after about 4 minutes. Again, Chloe Singleton clears that one.
They're all technically very good, Gordon, comfortable on the ball, the University of Ulster girls, and as I said, well coached, and I don't actually know their head coach Danielle, but by all accounts from talking to people around, very experienced coach, very highly regarded up in Ulster. So yeah, it only bodes well for the next 70 minutes or so.
Yeah, just about 15-16 minutes gone and still 1-0 for NUI Galway. Miss Kennevy clears that one. Either side just able to get it down. Ciara McManus, I think a little push in the back there, Tommy, I think.
Yeah, in fairness, yeah, it's one of those where referees right on the spot there, and you keep your hands down, and once you give away a needless free kick, it's still a good bit out from goal, but it's one of these that can go back to haunt you too, isn't it? Yeah,
we'll just see. It depends on the quality of delivery. So Rachel McLaren will take this one for the University of Ulster. Surely going to be an in-swinger with the right foot, but the number 6 is free. Mia Simon's just outside the box, and anyway, Galway haven't spotted that yet. So I'm just wondering whether they'll go short and give her a strike. No, yes, they have. Yeah. So here we go. Can she get on the right foot? She has a strike from long range, but wasn't really going to trouble Abigail in goal there.
No, in fairness, and she had a strike earlier on. If we talked about that, Gordon, as well, and it was pretty tame as well. But look, again, they could be little sighters, and that's something that NUIG are going to have to watch. Because I said they're very very good players. Yeah. Great bit of skill there, Gordon.
Yeah. Oh. Sophie. Yeah, it was number 7, Sophie Megan again, but it's gone for. Robbie Stokes has put his flag up, says goal kick for the Galway girls.
Yeah, she was unlucky there. She did well to move her feet, and I think she beat. Is it? Sorry,
Brina Milton.
Brina Milton. Sorry, I couldn't. And just unlucky then to hit the ground with her strike, but again showing good signs, Gordon. And again, the goal hasn't affected him. I think. If you look at the overall play.
Chloe Singleton here in possession, coming forward. She has Ciara McManus outside her with a bit of space to give it if she can pop it out, but she opts to go inside. Just run out of it there. Good defending and tracking by Emma McMaster as the University of Ulster girls come away with it, but they've in turn given away possession. Now Ciara McManus and Chloe Singleton might get a chance to link up this time. Chloe gets it inside to Ciara. Ciara gets it back out again. Chloe Singleton's ball right across the 6-yard box. And she'll have a second opportunity to get across in. It's a decent ball into the far. It's just gone outside the reach there of our teammate, and University of Ulster come forward. But Galway good shape in their back 4.
Again, Chloe showing her quality there. Good link play with Ciara McManus, and decent delivery in, but none of the Galway players or the NUIG players reacted to it. But again, I think that just gives Ulster University a reminder that they might have all the play, but the likes of Chloe, can just turn the game in a second.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rachel McLaren played that one forward to her number 8, Jessica Ree. She did well to hold off. I think it was Ciara McManus, and they still have possession here. That lively number 9 from Faith Johnson was very involved there, and again Galway cleared that one into the stand via Aoife Lina.
I suppose for someone who's been involved in the women's game the last number of years now, Gordon, it's really refreshing to see teams setting up, playing, trying to do the right things, technically. In women's football in general, players are getting technically better, tactically more aware, physically more stronger, and it's great to watch this as well and see teams actually trying to play. And you would have seen it over the years, Gordon, yourself, being involved in the colleges, how much has come on over the last number of years.
Yeah. Okay, another effort there from University of Ulster, Jessica Ray. Just didn't catch it. That's a couple of those that University of Ulster just haven't got a bit of meat on the strike. But again, they're getting a little bit of joy. Just as Chloe Singleton here knocks the ball in behind the defence, and Beth Chambers comes across the cover, but that's there's a little bit of a decision to be made there. But referee Paul Thone decides that was Beth Chambers just coming across on the cover. Chloe Singleton had just nicked the ball, and
it's one of those, isn't it, Gordon?
Yeah.
It's Chloe. In fairness, she did very well, and the centre back comes across, and you're always in dangerous territory there if you're making a tackle. And for me personally, I think she didn't get the ball, but look, the referee's on the spot and the linesman, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. So Billy Cleary characteristically was questioning that one, but Des McHenry is kind of just trying to calm down there for a second. But so that chance is gone. Potential penalty call shout there for Galway, but University of Ulster still 1-0 down, and it was another good chance for Galway.
Absolutely, and again Chloe at the forefront of that, Gordon as well. So
University of Ulster going long this time, headed back in by Aoife Lina, but Faith Johnson picked it up. Again, Mia Fitzsimons just playing at the base of that midfield for the University of Ulster, just winning it back and recycling play. Ball cut out by number 5 Molly Page for Galway. That's Ciara McManus is just blocked there. Chloe Singleton will try and keep this one in. That'll be a throw in for the Galway girls.
I'm just looking there now. I don't know whether it's by accident, by design, but I see Ciara's after just going in I suppose on that diamond. Maybe they're changing over now again, but Chloe was taking more of a position on the right. But
yeah, it's the second time it's happened, because Chloe had switched to the right, it looked like, and they seem to rotate a little bit between the two of them. But maybe it'll be a feature, something that we can keep an eye on as Teresa Kenevi in possession.
That's Chloe's best position, is on the right. She's very dangerous when she's in them positions, and I would have coached Chloe in Gainer Cups, and so direct, so effective, and technically very good. So it does look like that changes after happening there now. So Billy's probably seen something that maybe expose them wide on the counter. Ball just hooked over the top, but it's going to be an easy one for Abigail Ronayne. She'd be happy enough to get the ball back in her hands there. Just a number 4 there, Emma McMasters. In fairness to her, she's playing in between the lines, and for me, just looking at it, I think she's getting a little bit too much room, and one of them balls will come off. So that's something that maybe Billy will address as well, and Mia Fitzsimons as well. The two of them are technically very good. So
Chloe Singleton again, looks forward, plays it in. Actually, the ball almost ran behind the University of Ulster defence, but still they kept possession. But it's back with Chloe Singleton, and it's just for the last couple of minutes, Tommy, neither side management to kind of keep clean possession and control the game a little bit. It's kind of popping between one and the other, and nobody's really dominating the ball yet.
I think it was just after I said that about keeping about the technical stuff. But look, I think it's the commentator's curse. But yeah, it's kind of gone a bit scrappy now, Gordon, at this moment. But I don't think Galway, NUI will mind, because they're in the driving seat here at the moment. So, but I think there will be a few more goals in this game yet, because there is quality in both teams.
Yeah. So Aoife Lina with the throw in for NUI Galway. Goes long, tries to get into Singleton's feet. Picked up by the number 9, Lainey Green. Again, that number 7 looks a dangerous player, Sophie Megan, getting on the right, but she gets it to her number 14, Cara Mervyn. Mervyn plays it inside. Ciara McManus, a vital little touch there, just wins possession back for Galway. And again, there's that girl again, Sophie Megan, raiding down the right. She got inside the box, but she's going to be just run out of it there, I think, and I think it's probably going to be a free kick, if not a goal kick, on that occasion.
Yeah, in fairness, she shows good directness there as well, similar to what Chloe's doing on the right here for NUIG. And again, she's a player I think that will affect the game as it goes on, because she seems very pacey, very direct. Maybe that end product, she probably needs to work on a small bit of that, but that'll probably come in the game. But Galway again, through Trace Ganevy, have coped well at the back.
Yeah, so far so good for the Galway girls. Took a 1-0 lead very early, in around 4 minutes, and with a little bit of a storm, just where UU had a lot of possession without any clear-cut chances yet. And as you said, Tommy, then the game went just kind of a little bit scrappy, but plenty of quality and show. And as you say, you expect a lot more goals here as Chloe Singleton plays this one forward, just trying to find her number 9, Lainey Green, but she's on it again, Singleton. She seems to be involved in an awful lot of stuff, and she's just, again, another good tackle.
There was an initial free, and
just
in fairness,
initial free,
it was a good decision by the referee to allow play on.
Yeah. Just,
no advantage.
Yeah, Beth Chambers there, the number 5 for University of Ulster, stepped out of her back four just to sort of engage Chloe Singleton. Got the tackle. Now she was the one involved in the incident. And that ball goes out. Aoife Lina trying to play it forward, and her attempt to play was then just blocked by Rachel McLaren. So Aoife Lina again with the throw-in. Ball thrown in, it'll be Lainey Green to press here. Does well to win possession, but that's going to be a free kick, and I would imagine there's a yellow card going to come here. I think, yeah, referee Paul Tone, he's gone to the top pocket. So,
yeah, it's one of those he has to give it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because that's the new law now, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
you know,
So-
progression of play.
yeah, Leah McGonigal, the 17 for UU, has picked up the first yellow card of the game, and I suppose she had been beaten to the ball by Lainey Green, and just as Lainey Green passed her, it was a little ankle tap. It was actually it's one of Terry's rugby team will be happy of, but yeah, it was a certain yellow card, and a great chance here. Free kick to be taken by McCall Banyan. So Galway have a bit of height in there. Keeper does so well, but it's dropped again. It almost goes down. It's gone for a goal kick, but Lexi Perry looked to have done well, but I don't know whether she got a little bit of a shoulder charge and dropped it, and ball fell. I'm not sure which one of the Galway players got a foot on it, but it just ran past the right hand post. And again, another great chance for Galway, Tommy.
Absolutely, and I don't think the referee was going to give a free out there, Gordon. It could have been one of her own players that that impeded her, but yeah, Galway another chance. But they're on the attack. Oh, good defending.
So, University of Ulster still 1-0 down, but we're well in the game for long spells after they scored, and the game was probably evened out in the last 5 minutes. But another heavy challenge there, but it's a chance here. It's a good strike, but it's just not wide enough to keep her again. The number 2, Rachel McLaren, coming down that left left channel, and well dealt with by Abigail Ronan. She got her positioning right.
Yeah, exactly. And in fairness to Rachel McLaren there, she did everything right. Struck across the keeper. Probably not as much power on it, but in fairness, Abigail's angles were very good. Decent enough save.
Yeah. Ciara McManus there, trying to clear the ball, but a University of Ulster player just came across from the blind side, and throw is going to be just pushed back a little bit further. Again, Rachel McLaren, who just had that chance, takes the throw in, and
yeah, she looks a decent player, doesn't she, Rachel McLaren? Yeah, she's very energetic.
Ball, I don't think actually went into play on that throw in, and linesman Willie Stokes flagged it again for Galway. Paul Thone, referee, concurs. Chloe Singleton wins the header, helps it on. So Aoife Lina with the throw in goes long. Lainey Green was in there for NUIG, but it's headed away by McLaren.
Yeah, I think NUIG would be happy enough, Gordon, the way things have gone, because after they scored, there was a bit of a spell and they weathered that. But if you're Billy Cleary, you're happy at this moment in time that the game is going to the way you want it, I suppose.
Abigail Ronan there, just pressed by Faith Johnson, and just gets the ball away in time, Tommy.
Yeah, she's done well, in fairness. Abigail, she's very good at that. She's good at reading the game, and it could be one of those, isn't it? She does get closed down, but she moved her feet well and played a good pass out to, I think it was Brina Milton, was it? I think she played it out.
Got out to her left back, I think,
yeah.
Lexi Perry goes long there. Free kick call there. Just Aoife Lina, just a bit of a robust challenge on the number 3, Naomi Donnan, for University of Ulster. McLaren will take the free kick. That's the ball in midfield, and it's popped out wide, so now there's a little bit of space for University of Ulster to step forward with it, but again, Teresa Kenevi wins that. Breaks forward, does really well. Rather than keep going forward, she opts to turn back and maybe try to keep possession, but it's gone out for a throw in anyway. She took huge pressure off her defence there, Tommy.
Absolutely, yeah, but I was just looking at Lainey Green, centre forward for NUIG. In fairness to Trace, she looked for the pass, but she strayed offside, so she had no option but to hold on to the ball, and as you said, she took huge pressure off her back four there, but Ulster come again.
Yeah, Emma McMaster in possession here. Just looking for the options ahead of her. That ball is very well cut out by Aoife Lina.
Aoife again is another experienced player. She played with Galway in the National League for a long time, but I think she's actually abroad now doing replacement. But by all accounts, she flew home for the game today. Okay. Which is
real commitment.
Huge commitment, like absolutely.
Yeah. Lainey Green taking possession, tries to get the ball in behind her. There's a chance, and anyway, Galway just on side. It was her number 8 for Galway. Emma Keane almost got in behind the defence.
I think it was Ciara Mervyn was number 14.
For University of Ulster, yeah.
She does good defending, good covering, good full-back covering.
Yeah. Again, as you speak about cover there, you had Molly Page coming across and giving Aoife Lina a little bit of cover behind her. Ball is back to McLaren, helps it over. Sorry, it wasn't actually McLaren, it was Naomi Donnan there, played that ball forward, yeah. McLaren will take the throw in. About 33 minutes or so, coming up in around 33 minutes played, and it's still NUI Galway 1, University of Ulster 0 here in the third level Women's Premier Division football final from Athlone Town Stadium. So, Aoife Lina doing her work there.
Just one of the Ulster players just got it. It was coming together, I think, and she probably just jarred her back or her neck or something, but and rightly so, the referee has called halt to the game, so could see her up there.
Yeah, I think it's Naomi Donnan.
I think you're right, Gordon. Yeah, there was nothing really in it. It was just an accidental clash, and but it's always the ones the small little ones that are the probably come out the worst, but hopefully she's okay here. I think she is anyway.
So a little chance here for Danielle McDowell Tuffy just to have a quick chat with a couple of our players, so you can maybe readjust things and see how they can get back into this game. While they're well in the game, Tommy, it's just that 1-0, that early goal that separates the sides, and maybe she's having a little chat here to see can she change things a little bit.
Yeah, and look, she'd be looking at it too, saying apart from the goal, they really have done nothing wrong, and they had that spell, as we said, and had 1 or 2 strikes from outside the box, but yeah, she's probably looking at little tweaks and how they can get at this goal, NUIG team, but I would just say more of the same, but probably a little bit quicker or sharper in the final third.
Yeah, and Galway not without their threat, because I mean they had that other chance, a little one that the keeper dropped, and a penalty shout as well in there as Lainey Green just heads that one on. She's going again for it, and Lainey Green again working hard, trying to get possession back, but University of Ulster come away with their number 6, Mia Fitzsimons. Again, just gets stopped by Chloe Singleton, who's pressing her hard, and again, Ciara McManus, the goal scorer, just comes across, sticks the ball out for a throw-in, and Galway can get reset. Nice little bit of play there. Mia Donnan almost picked it up. Lainey Green looking to take possession again, just knocks it back for Chloe Singleton. I think she tried to play a first-timer in behind for Lainey Green, but just didn't come off.
No, and it would have been good play if it did come off, but look, yeah, again, yeah.
It's a bit of a late challenge, I think, was it?
It's one of those. In fairness, Paul was looking to see was there any
and
advantage to it.
Nothing developed from the advantage, so he's called it back, and it's a great rule, to be fair.
Yeah, and it's good to see it employed as well, because
defensive partner, the yellow carded Leah McGonigal, the only yellow card in the game so far. She plays it forward into that lively number 9, Faith Johnson. There's a chance now for the 7 again. Ooh, not sure about this. Well, the flag goes up. Flag goes up on Sophie Megan.
I'm just looking for the monitor, Gordon, but again, Anthony's not here. So, yeah, look, it was a tight call, but what a great play, great bit of play again. And it was that girl, Faith Johnson, who dropped it into, I think it was Emma McAllister, or McMaster, sorry. Tried to slide in Sophie Megan, but linesman deemed it to be
just offside.
Offside, and he's closer to it than we are. But it was good play, Gordon, and again, it makes it shows teams that you can't switch off, because that threat is there, both teams. Yeah.
Apologies, I think we might have lost our scoreboard up on the live stream there for a short while, but it's back up again. Thanks, Anthony Quinn. And here's a chance again, number 9, Faith Johnson, but the Galway defence just shut the doors again.
Yeah, Molly Page, great covering there. Trey's got caught under the ball, and Molly Page came across. Good centre back covering. Great
strike. Right strike, but worth a strike, and it was Jessica Rhea with the strike. Abigail Ronan, happy enough to see that one fly over a crossbar.
Yeah, again, it just shows these girls from Ulster, they're not afraid to have a shot, Gordon, and as you said, Abigail was happy to see that over the bar, but yeah, good strike. So
Galway will go along from the goal kick. Happy enough to contest for possession. The centre of the pitch here, it comes out to the right side, headed on. I think it was Donnan there with the header. Naomi Donnan just flicked it on, but it actually Paul Tonas called for a free kick just before that. Saw a little push, I think, maybe. Aoife Lina again looking to go along with the free kick all the way up to Lainey Green. He picked up by Beth Chambers, who just knocks it long all the way out to Sophie Megan. Again, Megan has been a little bit of a threat out there. Hasn't probably hurt Brendan Milton all that much yet, Tommy, but she looks lively, has cut in once or twice, and maybe shown that she might be able to do something.
Yeah, you're right, Gordon. Yeah, but like Galway got away with that one when the linesman gave a an offside. But yeah, she does look like she's a threat, and I think as the game goes on, she looks a very, very fit, athletic girl, and I think she might cause problems as the game goes on. So again,
If line it.
Does well.
Did well.
Yeah.
Just her own first touch kind of hit off herself, but she got it back down and cleared it, and ball is hooked away by NUI with Chloe Singleton, who's gone over. Sorry, it wasn't Chloe Singleton, actually it was Kieran McManus, I think. Yeah. So the ball is played forward again by Galway, but that was number 7, I think, Leah McGonigal, tidying up at centre back. As mentioned, she's the only player on a yellow card so far in this game. So it's really tight, Tommy. You know, you can feel almost as if it hasn't really opened up fully yet into a game. Maybe both teams haven't expressed themselves 100% yet, but it is very, very tight, and it is a national final. It's a women's Premier Division final. It's a third level football women's final here, and there's nothing in it really, to be honest.
No, absolutely not. And both defences are on top at the moment, and again, apart from that Kieran McManus goal, I think this can go anywhere now at this moment in time. But look, if you're NUIG, you're happy, you're 1-0 up. But if you're University of Ulster, you know, you're just looking at ways to try and get back into the game. And yeah.
And they've had plenty of play, University of Ulster, but just that real clear-cut opening hasn't come for them just yet, and no doubt they've plenty of quality to create those, but has to be said, the NUIG defence has been well on top so far, particularly they're being marshalled so well at the back with the likes of Teresa Kenevi and that, you know, playing really, really well, very composed on the ball as well.
Absolutely, using all her experience, and decent ball by Ciara into Page.
Yeah. Lainey Green has it here, she gets the ball straight down to Emma Keane.
Good tackle.
Great defending there.
I don't think Billy would be too happy if too many players committed forward, but there wasn't. I don't think there was one player in the box, so she probably had nothing really on. And
yeah,
good touch. Aoife
line again, just hooking up with Ciara McManus. McManus comes inside,
great
played
ball.
great little kind of
Ball
reverse
outside
switch. Yeah, played the outside the right foot, a really good quality pass there into Chloe Singleton, and she just tried to get it out in front for to get a strike, but I think it was Rachel McLaren who got the tackle in, just got a touch to put the ball out for a corner kick for NUI Galway, who are starting in the last couple of minutes, probably just get a little bit more play down the opposite end of the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely, Gordon, and a super ball from Ciara into Chloe, and it results in a corner. And
yeah, McCall Bennion with the corner. Teresa Kenevi gets out in front, gets the ball back to Bennion, who hooks it in, but it's not, it's just gone out again. Just comes off the outside of her foot, goes out over for a goal kick for the University of Ulster.
One thing about Ciara McManus, you know, in them positions, Ciara is very technical, and you know, she's great vision when she gets on the ball, and she's linking very well with Chloe Singleton there, and that's on this side of the pitch, and that's something that the Ulster girls are going to have to watch as well. So
yeah, as you rightly point out earlier on, Tommy, they seem to rotate and switch positions, and Chloe's back more central now with Ciara gone wide, and just as McCall Bennion there was trying to get forward.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be kind of by design, because Chloe and Ciara wouldn't have really played much together, but you know, it's game intelligence as well, and you know, Chloe and Ciara being an ex-international player as well, and
Ball play forward, Laney Green picks it up. McCall Banyan hooks it, just nice little flick around the corner. Ball has gone across here, and there's a chance here for Kieran McManus again. Can't get it down. She's kind of dealing with two University of Ulster defenders. Ball played forward and picked up again by Molly Page. Gets into Aoife, who just switches nice and comfortable across to Teresa Kennevy. Ball runs out then again, so possession back at the University of Ulster, and they might need to just maybe raise the intensity a little bit, Tommy, if they're going to try and get something back before half time.
Yeah, seems to be each team have a different spell, and you know it's. I think we're coming up to about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, probably just a bit less. You're in around, yeah.
A bit less, and yeah, you're right, Gordon. If they want to clash of heads there, accidental.
So the physio's not straight on there. Not quite sure who it is that's down, but we'll have a little stop and play here for this. And so we're very close to half time. It's still 1-0 for NUI Galway. It's the third level football here, Women's Premier Division final. NUI Galway 1, University of Ulster 0.
Again, for NUIG to win this, I think it'd be a huge achievement. I don't think they've won a trophy for 6 or 7 years. Just talking to Billy beforehand as well. And look, it's not over yet, obviously, and you know, I'm sure they're not thinking about winning well, obviously they're thinking about winning it, but they want to focus on this game, the here and now. But it would be a huge achievement for them, I think, to win this game today. But I just looking at the game and look at the way it's developing, Gordon, I think fitness will play a key part in maybe the last 20-25 minutes. And look, in fairness, both teams are looking strong and physically strong, and a lot of them looking very athletic, but that could be the key. And I'm not sure about the Ulster girls, but I think they're similar to us. They're in pre-season at the moment, they're playing with teams up in the north, and so that'll be telling, I think, the last 20-25 minutes.
So again, just it's a stop here for a head injury. Can't see, they're just haven't been able to identify the player just yet. Yeah, it's me, Fitzsimons. Looks to be up and okay again. Yeah, all looks good again. So referee Paul Tone will call her back in. The match official should be able to call her back in now once play restarts. Yep, she's back into play. So Abigail Ronan plays the ball out, gets the ball to Molly Page. Page gets out to Aoife Line, has a bit of space now in front of her.
Decent ball.
Ball into Laney Green, who just tried to hook it around the corner, but ball cleared then by Lexi Parry for the University of Ulster. And again, I think we're just into. So I'm not sure if you heard on the public address. There's 2 minutes of injury time to be played here, just to see out the remainder of this first half. And I said, Tommy, Billy Cleary will be very happy if he goes in 1-0. 1-0 up. That early goal from Kieran McManus separates the sides, and University of Ulster, as they said, they got back into the game without creating anything really clear cut, and I think that's the one thing they need to add to the game in the second half, Tommy.
Absolutely, Gordon. Yeah, and that's something I'm sure that Danielle will be focusing on when they get into half time, is how to break down this very resolute goal with defence. And yeah, and Billy will be very happy, but again, he'll be looking for more. As we just said that, Gordon, I think
there's a chance here for number 7.
Good tackle.
Oh, just Sophie Megan just blocked down. I think the tackle was by Brina Milton.
Yeah, great tackle in fairness, Gordon. It's one of those, isn't it? She threw her body at it, and but again, this will give the NUIG girls a reminder that there's nothing done here yet.
Yeah, lot of game time to be played yet, and very dangerous corner here. It looks like, I think it's Naomi Donnan is going to swing this one in. It's a good ball into a really good area. Headed on. Laney Green pulls it. Ooh. Laney Green headed that ball away, but it fell to, I think it was Jessica Rhea. Yeah, it was Jessica Rhea on the volley, just got under it. A real good chance, Tommy. Right on half time would be an ideal time to score.
Yeah, it would have been for her, yeah. And as you said, she just got under the ball. And look, again, it's been enjoyable. First half has been enjoyable.
Yeah, so at half time here in the third level football women's Premier Division final, it's NUI Galway 1, University of Ulster 0. It's Ciara McManus goal that separates the sides, and we'll be back again for commentary in the second half.
was just saying, do you think she's after getting an amateur? Yeah.
She's dramatic.
What do you mean? Yes. After getting
Well, in the last year.
The last year would have been hearing you.
Yeah. In the last few months, you're actually.
You were so quiet outside when you came for it.
Yeah.
Now look at this.
You get that, Emma?
fairness, we can't do much of the
Well, that's just, yeah, but honestly, I was from late 70s. Like, oh, yeah.
Women, you know yourself.
And you
You
see,
must be one of the own stuff there now, in our own. How many games have you played? Oh, is it? If you hit 50, we'd have to give you
Look there.
50. She's not trying for a season.
yeah, but so
She's just he's watching the television. New round.
She's probably already off like it.
Stop flirting.
24, was there a cup game, 25? Many did you play last year? Many did you miss last year?
and cups as well.
Many did you miss last year? Many did you miss last year?
Some games.
Yeah.
No, you probably, I don't know.
Would you play 20? And we played 19 the season before.
Yeah.
And we missed.
I'd say you have. I haven't myself in this.
When did you play last year?
22.
Straight away.
You? Yeah.
Straight away.
You came out to me because I looked at my own goal there
I
today and you know 20
I know
times.
how many games.
When are you going to play this year?
If the attitude changes, come on.
Like you do with the
Yeah.
Like I haven't enough to be fucking doing.
I play half here and half like. That's it.
And then next year she'll come back and she comes back up to
Yeah,
college.
can I do that then? When I go home, I'll play like.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah,
In football, I'd say
I know.
she thought she'd never been more, right? True?
But it wasn't when you left. It's now when you
Still
still
out there. See you in the 69 or
No, I was talking to Josh. Went to Cork first.
That's what we want.
Yeah, Cork had home first.
Off her head, she only ran with his head as well. Oh yeah, she only you don't show. She was playing about it. She was after too much.
Once you can't swim. Because you
Yeah,
missed
she
the
got
game
Rich
against
Prince after some. Oh yeah, she's left. She's after playing 2 games.
Fear of power.
Oh yeah,
Once she plays,
of course.
Paul was supposed to come in last year as well.
Are you joking?
No,
Is she Mayo?
no, she's always that's
Mayo once. Stop.
Yeah, from.
That's the guy.
No, she always Australian rules.
We were about 1 day from somewhere last year.
And then she got that. She
Well, I
signed
know.
that professional.
Where did she play?
She played with Australian rules.
Where did she play? Did she ever play something?
She was, yeah. She must have been 40. Don't show your
No, like.
What's the fact? Why would I have
Yeah, honestly.
Gee, she was some sign name like. But she was. Oh, she actually interested. Oh, she, what did she do when she was home?
So welcome back to the second half of the third level football women's Premier Division final here between NUI Galway and the University of Ulster. And NUI Galway are 1-0 up, an early goal by Kieran McManus for the Galway girls who play in grey, and in the second half they play from right to left, with the University of Ulster girls in the white shirts playing from left to right. And a tight enough first half, Tommy. Not a whole lot of goal mouth action, but as you said, fitness may tell in this game. It could open up an awful lot in the second half.
Yeah, I think so, Gordon. Yeah, and again, Galway started the second half, good strike. Galway started the second half the same as they started the first half, and just got a strike off there from Emma Kane. Yeah, so yeah, look again, Gordon. Commentators cursing and all that, but I think that probably will be the case. As it is in most games as well. So
yeah, game should open up a little bit. Teresa Knievy there, who had a standout first half, very, very composed in possession and dealt with everything that the University of Ulster threw at the centre of that Galway defence. And here's our defensive partner, who again was super. Molly Page in the first half also. So
yeah, the two of them complement each other very well. If one has gone up, the other one's covering, and one gets caught out, the other one is there to cover as well, and along with the two fullbacks as well, in fairness. And I suppose the same can be said for the Ulster University girls as well, Gordon. Defensively, they've been very good as well.
Yeah, this girl,
Good
Sophie
ball.
Megan, with the pass, has probably their big threat coming in off the right-hand side there in the first half, and she played that ball through, and I think she was just trying to find, I think it was Rachel McLaren who's got forward, or maybe Naomi Donnan actually, who was getting forward, but there's a little injury here now. That's the number 14, Cara Mervyn.
Again, it was just a coming together, and I think she came off the worst. But I just wanted to say in the first half as well, the game has been played in good spirit as well, Gordon. For a final as well, and which is great to see as well.
Yeah. It was just the one yellow card so far. That, as you mentioned, Leah McGonigal, centre back to number 17 for the University of Ulster, had picked up that card, but it was for a little kind of a hand trip more than anything, just kind of a little instinctive thing. It wasn't anything all that cynical or dangerous, but she does still carry that yellow card. I noticed actually she seems to have a bit of strapping on her hamstring as well. Maybe has a small issue there. And just at the start of the game as well, Ella Rose O'Flaherty, before the game started, she's a Galway United player, real goal threat. She wasn't feeling up to start, and she wasn't feeling well, but she did still take her place on the bench. Of course, Ella Rose is a brilliant goal scorer in her own right, but then she didn't pick it off the ground because she is the daughter of Ricky O'Flaherty, a guy I had the pleasure of playing with Galway United, a top striker in his time, and won pretty much everything in the game with Galway United and St Patrick's Athletic. And we may see her, she's warming up again and maybe just feeling a little bit better. We might see her later on in the second half, so that's a real attacking option that Galway will have. It's, to have a player who would have started still possibly coming on. So again, that's a great ball into the box by the Ulster girls, but Aoife Lina dealt with it, but it's gone back in the box again. There's a real chance again. Again, it was just kept in by Sophie Megan, who kept it alive. And I think it was the number 4 for Emma McMaster breaking into the box. And that was something we said before half-time, Tommy, that probably didn't see enough of that from University of Ulster. A bit more energy going forward and just a little bit more creativity. And signs are on that that's a good start for them.
I think that's a let-off as well for Galway, and she'd be disappointed. In fairness, again, Abigail was in good position, but she didn't really threaten her. But, it's good play again by University of Ulster, Gordon.
Beth Chambers there, almost getting caught in possession. She was the player who was kind of involved in a penalty shout, but there's a dangerous ball into the box. Chloe Singleton at the back post, and
again, another shout for possible penalty, but it's one of those, Gordon, I think.
I think the keeper, Lexi Perry, actually went through her own player, and that player was then in turn pushed onto Chloe Singleton, and that caused her to fall over, and rightly she's probably standing up saying, hey, I have a penalty shout here, but I suppose referee Paul Tone has to look at how the incident happened, and could you clearly say that the keeper, had fouled Chloe Singleton? Probably not, but it's another chance for Galway. Again, if they could score early in this half, I think it would make it very difficult for the University of Ulster.
I think so, Gordon, and it will open it up even more. Then again, they said players like Ellie Flaherty to come on.
It's a decent ball into good area. Ball comes to the back post, over the bar. It was Emma Keane actually with the over the bar. University of Ulster had something similar in the first half. It was just a button. I think in that case it was Jessica Ray at the time, and again plundered the ball and flies over the bar. So a let off for the University of Ulster.
Absolutely, Gordon. Yeah, absolutely great chance for NUIG, and targeting the keeper a little bit more in this half as well. But she seems to be small but suspect under the high ball. And
so Molly Page, one possession there for Galway. Good little bit of play by Emma Keane. Chloe Singleton gets it out wide. Here's a big chance for NUI Galway, but no, just doesn't get a hold of it. That was Jane Trehy, who just probably needed that on the other side of the pitch, but she's coming in. Looks like she's playing like an inverted winger, Tommy, but just didn't get it far enough into the bottom corner.
Yeah, she needed the body a small bit more, Gordon to get that, but look, there was no threat, obviously, to Lexi Perry. Great ball in by Chloe Singleton, and yeah, it's who blinks first now, isn't it, really, I think? Whoever scores the next one.
Really, it'll open up the game either way, because if Galway score, University of Ulster just have to throw caution to the wind. If you score, well, the game is wide open for anybody to take. So
absolutely, Gordon. Yeah,
it's been a good start to the second half here in the third level women's football Premier Division final. It's NUIG still 1 goal to the good against the University of Ulster. As Galway come again, trying to get the ball into Lainey Green's feet, doesn't happen. But Ulster will try and come away again. They'll need to get themselves back into the game with a goal soon enough.
Again, England has been magnificent, I think, Gordon, from the start, and she showed it
Very
in the
well.
second half. I mean, she could have made a great interception just after half time at the back post. Great positional play. She was actually a player I tried to sign myself last year. She was going to come back from an injury, and she wasn't involved with Galway, and she would have been a player that we would love to have. But yeah, she's gone abroad now. So
yeah, she's been rock solid this afternoon for NUI Galway. Good pressing there by the Galway girls. That was Ciara McManus, I think, with the. So it looks like making a change again. It's going to be Ella Rosa Flaherty, as we thought is going to come into play. It's actually the goal scorer, Ciara McManus, is going to be substituted. She can be happy with her work though, Tommy. She really can be.
Absolutely, and in fairness to Ciara, and I do know because she's involved here with her club as well, and she's involved on the senior team last year, and she's with 19s this year, and she's been, match fitness would have been Ciara's biggest issue. But look, she scored in the cup final, and she's played up most of 50-55 minutes, and that Ciara will be very happy with that.
And a goal. Yeah.
I think coming into it today, she probably wasn't expecting to. Obviously, she wasn't expecting to start, and she could be the match winner, Gordon.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
But to have a player of Ellie Rose to come on is just gives Galway, or gives NUIG another dynamic now.
And she's gone in it's a straight swap really. She's gone in on the right hand side where Ciara McMahon spent most of her time. There were a couple of occasions where we felt that Chloe Singleton and Ciara had maybe rotated positions, but Ella Rose would go out wide on the right, and she's plenty of energy, plenty of ability, and can score goals.
Yeah, and also she can play up top as well, Gordon. I suppose like you talked about Ricky, but so the Billy has good options there. If not at the moment, he doesn't need to chase it, but if he does need to chase it, he's them attacking options there as well.
So short stop and play here. I'm not sure. Referee Paul Tone.
I think it's Liam McMulligan, the girl we spoke about, Gordon. They got the yellow card, and I didn't see what happened there. Did you?
No, and we know her hamstring is a little bit strapped. No, I don't know her. Paul Tone. Just there by his action there, I think maybe that hamstring is an issue.
It's always concerning when you see a player going down off kind of
something innocuous.
And I don't think they'll want to lose her, Gordon, because she's been, in fairness to her, she's been solid, and
she's very mobile as well at the back. She can cover a lot of ground, but she's going to go to the sideline for the moment anyway. Maybe for a little bit of further assessment.
Yeah, I don't see any. Oh, it looks like
it might be a head injury assessment actually.
Yeah, again. Good
A chance
ball.
for Ella Rose Flaherty to get in behind the UU defence. She was lurking there with intent, and it's now going to be a set-piece corner for the Galway girls. It's going to be taken by Aoife, looks like. So Galway,
She's come back on.
she's
Gordon,
back in.
which is great to see.
I'm sure they'll keep a close eye in any case. So hopefully she's okay and all is good. Aoife, two-hand signal goes
Great ball.
right across the
Great
box. And
single. Oh.
that was a super ball, and I said Tommy Chloe Singleton just inches away from that, getting just over it, just got her head on it, but not enough to threaten the goal. Be minded there by Lexi Perry, but a super corner as well. Tommy really driven.
Absolutely. Super ball. And I know Chloe be minded she shouldn't get her head on that, because that's one that Chloe loves doing. She's a great header of the ball, and super ball by Aoife again.
Hooking that one over the top, but Jen Trahy couldn't get it down in control. But University of Ulster now starting to just try and play out here. And Ella Rose Flaherty with a brilliant press, really, on Liam McGonigal, who's just been a set ago, and I'm still not sure she 100%, but she just took a little moment there, take a little breather for herself, but she's back in the game. So again, Singleton doing all the hard work, pressing Jessica Rhea. Cara Mervyn with the throw-in for Ulster, goes down the line. Header won by Brina Milton, who has her hands full. She did very well on Sophie Megan, who looks lively all throughout that first half. And
needs to. Ellie Rose has been very good since she's come on, and again, having played against Galway a few times in the last couple of years, I know what her quality is. And
Singleton picks it up and drives through the middle. She has options. Gets the ball across. It might be just a little bit too far ahead of Emma Keane, but she's done well. She kept it in under huge pressure from Liam McGonigal. McGonigal, who's injured, but she tried to nutmeg. It didn't work. Ella Rose battling away there. That'll be a throw-in for University of Ulster. They're not getting anything easy. They're not being allowed to play out easy either, Tommy.
No, absolutely not, Gordon. And I suppose that, in fairness, you have to give credit to Billy there. Something probably he thought in the first half they were getting too much little combinations going, and they're pressing them high now, and they're not allowing them put that stamp on the game. But no.
Ulster girls just trying to break forward, but it'll be a free kick. Foul there, just committed by Molly Page, just coming across into the right full spot from centre back. So maybe an opportunity. I'm not sure. Maybe Ulster might take the opportunity to stick this ball in the box and see can they get something off a second ball, maybe. And go short, looking to play all the time.
Pressure by Chloe Singleton there.
Yeah, super work there, just keeping tight to Mia Fitzsimons. So ball thrown down the line. That'll be a free kick there for the Galway girls. Okay. There was Molly Page who was fouled.
Again, it's kind of taking a similar pattern to the first half, Gordon, where Galway started strong, got the goal, University came into it, I've also come into it a bit, and then it started to get a little bit scrappy, and that's exactly what's
Yeah.
kind of happening here now, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's
Yeah, just as you say that,
yeah,
Teresa Kennedy just plays the ball just too far ahead of her left back, Brina Milton, and but Galway have possession back. Chloe Singleton always available in that centre of the field to pick up possession, and Singleton here now is Ella Rose O'Flaherty. And this is a big chance here for O'Flaherty.
if she gets
She's
in,
going to go outside.
Good defending, Gordon. I
Gets
think.
Yeah, great
good
defending, and that was from Leah McGonigal, who had a little injury a couple of minutes ago, but didn't commit herself. Sent a player outside, sent Ella Rose outside, and a shot results in a corner. So, but again, we did see a couple of minutes ago that Aoife Lina absolutely pinged in a brilliant corner that Chloe Singleton almost got a goal from. So we'll see what happens here, whether Galway can recreate that and maybe just do it that little bit better this time.
Absolutely, and I think they're going to pay more attention to Chloe. I think here,
The same signal, but she might have slices that one out off her right foot, and it's a wasted opportunity. But they are 1-0 up. They have that cushion of the goal, but University of Ulster have had a couple of moments in both halves already. The ball helped down, but it's picked up by. Yeah, it's picked up by the NUI player, McCall Bennion. Ball goes all the way back.
by Abigail. Great
Abigail.
ball out to Aoife Lyon.
And Lenny Green running in behind, but ball cut out by McGonigal.
Seems to have recovered, Gordon. Does she? Like
Yeah,
she's
looks
got
to
her
be back
bearings
herself.
again.
Yeah, there was a couple of minutes there where I wasn't sure, but looks to be back to herself, and that ball by
Aoife Lyon.
Line, it just dropped in, but didn't come to anything. And Teresa Kennedy, she'll be pulled for a free kick for that one. Just went through a little bit through the back of Faith Johnston. So McGonigal take the free kick. The only player on the pitch on a yellow card. Well, she's done very well at the back for her team. A little bit of concern about an injury, but seems to be back to herself and goes long. Chloe Singleton drops off, picks it up, or heads it away, I should say. But it is picked up by her opposite, number 8, Jessica Rhea, and Singleton wins it again.
Yeah, in fairness to Chloe, she's been very good all game, both defensively and offensively. And
Good little switch of
she
play,
was
but
unlucky there.
yeah, that was for Jane Trahey. Just couldn't get to the pitch of the ball. Good switch into McGonigal.
Good pressure.
So University of Ulster a little bit of a chance here with Naomi Donnan. See, she got a decent cross in the first half of her left foot, but she's not going to be allowed to do it this time.
Yeah, it was good passage of play. I started on the right hand side and a good switch out to the left hand side. But again, Aoife Lyon, very good defending, read the situation well, and Ulster have a throw from it. But this Ulster team can play, Gordon. It's just whether that killer instinct is in them. So maybe they have something on the bench. I don't know, but.
Long range effort kind of there, but it was just dropped in, and it was McGonigal, I think, was it? No, it wasn't actually. It was might have been
the left full, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been.
Naomi Don. No,
it wasn't. No, I think it might have been Bet Chambers actually. I think with that strike, but actually no, it was Rachel McLaren actually. Yeah, Rachel McLaren. But yeah, and it just bounced in front of Abby Gail Renane, but she dealt with it, but at the kind of second attempt.
Yeah, it was one of those, wasn't it?
Yeah.
it was like a nothing shot, but Abigail dealt with it, in fairness, very well. She'd obviously know this pitch and the bounces of the ball as well from playing her last season, so she's aware of that.
Yeah, so Sophie Megan again playing a little bit of havoc down the right hand side.
The ball is on at the back post. If she gets her head up, Aoife's after getting
Yeah.
sucked in. But
Yeah, Galway did well. They got
Did
3
very
players
well.
around her fairly quickly. Just stopped, as you said, stopped that cross, and ball is played out. It's actually an NUIG Galway throw in.
good defending, Gordon, yeah.
There probably was a little pass on there for Sophie Megan just into her centre forward, Faith Johnston, but as Johnson goes here to press the Galway defence, and as a result of that little bit of work rate, she's won her team a corner now. And again, All the big players will head up. Galway will bring everybody back, leaving nobody up in on the half a line. They're back into their zonal defensive shape, one in each post. 4 in the six-yard box. Another couple outside. It's a good ball into a good area.
Good header
Yeah.
from Chloe Singleton.
Like that, just for a minute, Abigail Ronayne was maybe just a little bit worried about it, but ultimately, I think it was me and Fitzsimons with the shot, Tommy, but didn't catch it as clean as she might have wanted.
No, and it's one of those, isn't it, Gordon? Your technique has to be right. If you're hitting one of the, I suppose, out of every, you're always going to get one good one. But yeah, Abigail had it covered. Good defensive Singleton, who's been again excellent for her team in this half, and I think as the game goes on, they'll be relying on her experience a little bit, a lot more, and no better way to deliver on that.
So, Alan Rosa Flaherty showing a few touches there. A couple of keepy uppies, hooked it over her shoulder. Ball goes back to the University of Ulster, but still 1-0. And maybe, Tommy, at this stage, if you're on the side, you being the manager here, it's kind of, you have to probably look at either a change of shape, change of position for some players, or maybe Bernal. And I think I think they're going to have to do something different here. Really change the pattern of the game, because they're really not making any real inroads in this 1-0 lead.
Absolutely, Gordon, and I think we said it there from the first attack when they got bodies into the box. That, beyond the centre forward, maybe they might need the centre forward to drop in to try trays out of the back four to make a run in behind or something. I don't know, but you have to credit the NUIG girls as well. They've been very solid. And
ball by Rose Flaherty into Laney Green. Laney Green stopped by Beth Chambers. Perry picks it up, gets the ball out to her number 14, Cara Mervyn. So again, just a little half chance there. I thought maybe coming for the Galway girls again. It was a really quick pass by Ella Rosa Flaherty, trying to get Laney Green in behind the Ulster defence, and that might be something that's going to happen a little bit more if University of Ulster have to bodies forward and push up the pitch a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But like the two NUIG centre backs, University of Ulster centre backs have been very good and very solid and kind of dealt with that fairly well. As I say, that Lexi Perry gives away the ball, but Ulster retain possession.
Picked up, yeah. So again, maybe signs of coming a little bit more open. Just maybe players. Players, just over 25. Well, about 25 minutes left here.
Yeah. At some stage, you're going to have to make that decision. I suppose there'll be no press yet, but because of 1-0, you just need one goal. But
ball thrown to the line. Faith Johnson couldn't get on. It's just sandwiched there by a couple of Galway players. But again, good play by Mia Fitzsimons. Back to Chambers. Gets her head up, looks forward, plays a nice little ball back inside. Just University of Ulster just can't seem to just get a hold of it in that final third, get a little bit of a grip at it. As Laney Green comes now, she's going to try and take on McGonigal one-on-one, but she comes inside.
she's done very well, Gordon.
Chloe Singleton.
Well. Chloe can hit these, all good defending.
Yeah, she has a chance to get a right foot on. That's a good strike, but it's blocked down by Beth Chambers. She wasn't sure where it went, but it's hooked away by Cara Mervyn. And then clearance completed and picked up by Jessica Rhea, who's coming forward now trying to break past Chloe Singleton. Probably looked a little bit tired there after that forward run.
Yeah.
But did enough, got her foot on it. Forward by Emma Keane, trying to get it in for Treahy on the left here for Galway, but it runs out for a University of Ulster throw. Chambers plays forward again, out to her number 7, Sophie Megan, who's had a really good game for her team. Again, Teresa Kenevi for Galway, just always in the right spot. Just has that extra yard of pace, Tommy, as well, when the ball is played to get back around, and looks composed always. But her central defensive partner there, Molly Page, just got pressed a little bit. Not sure which way that throw. It's a Galway throw, but so the substitution coming here.
Yeah, it's a player that we've recently, Alana Roddy coming on, and it's great to see Alana back in the pitch, in back. And just speaking to her before the game, some good news for her and for us as a she's been given the all clear to play.
That's brilliant news for a young player like that.
Yeah, she's a great signing for us as well, and she's been around the place the last 2 or 3 weeks, and she's a great attitude and so positive. Especially she could be feeling sorry for herself. Great turn for Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe Singleton driving into space again, trying to take it past Beth Chambers, but combination of Beth Chambers and Cara Mervyn just blocked her run. Ball picked up again by University of Ulster. Just these are those situations, Tommy, just constantly just seems to break down a little bit when they win it back.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of fatigue, isn't it? You can see that they're not holding on to possession as well, and
Substitution for NUI. Number 8, Emma Keane, is replaced by number 15, Alana Roddy.
Yeah, not sure if you can hear a public address there, but Emma Keane has been replaced by Alana and Tommy, and it's great news for her to be back on the pitch, as you say, after CL injury. Just wait, now we've another little injury situation here.
yeah, absolutely, it's great for her to be on the pitch, and any player after a serious injury like that, it's fantastic just to get out and play, and gives them a different perspective on sport and life in general. And
That's a little bit of footwear readjustment there, by for Rachel McLaren, I think. Yeah, it's Rachel. Just I'm not sure whether it's a foot or an ankle injury, but she has her boot back on, just tying it up there now beside referee Paul Tone. The officials haven't had anything all that contentious, Tommy, to deal with so far.
no, in fairness, they've handled the match very well, and as I said, it's been played in great spirits, Gordon. Anything that happened was an accidental kind of. But as we speak now, we have McMonagall coming off here, Gordon.
Yeah.
And Faith
Yeah,
Johnson.
obviously some little issue just from the.
She doesn't look happy herself
No.
as well. Yeah.
No, I think if it was a case, if it was a head injury, always need to err on the side of caution. Look, she's chatting away down there. She looks good, but obviously doesn't feel 100%, and it's the 100% right decision not to carry on. As Chloe Singleton picks up the ball, gets the ball, plays it, left Ella Rose O'Flaherty an awful lot of work to do.
She asked a lot of Ella Rose there, but look, Ella Rose good pace and
gets there and probably would have won a corner only for the slight little push in the back, but again, good work rate from Ella Rose.
But again, it's a type of ball that Galway will be happy with, because they're, University of Ulster are back in their own half, so Ella Rose won't be too happy with it, but Billy won't mind.
Again, little opportunity on the left side here, but it's just cut out by Molly Page. Ella Rose gets out in front, gets possession, tries to play it down the line for Chloe Singleton, who went on a little kind of overlap, or an underlap really it was, but just ran the channel for her, but ball runs out. It'll be a throw in for Galway. There'll be in no real big hurry here to get these restarts going, so.
No, again, it's game management, isn't it? It's frustrating when you're on the other end of it, when you're not winning, you're chasing the game, you're asking referees time and all that. But as a player, that's when you're winning 1-0, you're looking for your players to manage the game within the laws of the game, obviously. But And that's where the experience of Ella Rose and Chloe Singleton will come into play, and Trays and Alana. These players have played National League, and it's all part of the game, Gordon, isn't it?
Yeah, we've probably less than 15 minutes left now at this stage, just under.
Yeah, I just wonder with that substitution that just to say that Galway won the ball back in the middle.
Does it weaken the centre of the University of Ulster defence? Bet Chambers has done well, but her defensive partnership, McGonigal, had done well, and here's Lanny Green just running in behind. Left back for Galway, just takes it on. Brina Milton gets the ball into the box, but it's dealt with very well by the University of Ulster. They try to play forward, but they've lost possession again. Treahy in possession, gets it to Kenevi. Kenevi with a huge switch over the right side, trying to get it to Ella O'Flaherty, who would kind of come into a slightly narrow position, but again, Billy Cleary won't mind that, because once their team is compact, he's not going to be too upset while they're 1-0 up.
I know I said it early in the first half that there's going to be goals, but I actually can't see University of Ulster get, because Galway's defence have been rock solid, Gordon, and unless something drastic happens. I know we watched the Liverpool game last night, Liverpool 2 up and coasting, and it didn't look like Norwich were going to score, and then they pulled it out of the fire. I think it's an offside coming back there. No, linesman doesn't give it.
Yeah, Ella Rose Flaherty, Green, great ball in for Ella Rose Flaherty.
Alana Roddy would have been.
Yeah, they come back to football.
Absolutely, great position to see her getting into from.
But there's a chance here. This is a really good chance. University of Ulster. Abigail Renane comes out, gets enough on the ball to avoid a penalty kick, but did very well. Came off her line, very brave, he said. It was a big chance. The substitute Leah Robinson was the one who got in on the end of that ball, and again, probably the best chance that University of Ulster have had in this half.
Absolutely, and it's first time Trey's got kind of beaten as well, so maybe again it's the commentator's curse.
Yeah. Tom, if you keep saying there's not going to be another goal in this game, we'll get about 3. So, and again, Teresa Kenevi ball out for a corner kick, and again, big chance here for University of Ulster. And University of Ulster they only have 2 substitutes here with them today, and both of them are now on the pitch. Leah Robinson and Lucy Carville have come in onto the University of Ulster side. Johnson and Leah McGonigal looked like I don't know, she might have had a little head issue injury, but number 7, Sophie Megan with the corner, gets it. It's a good ball into a good area.
As well again.
But that looked like I thought they were, but that'll be a free out. And a yellow card also.
Has to be, yeah.
Information to Aoife Lina. Information is in, so I'm just being trying to see, does Aoife change position herself, or if she's going to slot in it to a different role. So again, we just wait to see the outcomes here of the assessment of the injury here on Chloe Singleton. She's had a super game, but looks like she's up on her feet,
which is good to see. And actually, when the ball came in, she won a good header, and maybe she was a bit, she could have got an accidental collision after that. Yeah. So she seems to be holding her head again
as well. Yeah. Second little head injury here. Rosa Flaherty in possession, tries to take the ball down the line but loses possession to Naomi Donnan.
I think they'll be eager to get Chloe back on as quick as they can, but you can't go against the medics. And in fairness, there's no real rush from the Galway crowd, in fairness, and that's good to see as well, Gordon.
So, University of Ulster have 11 v 10 at the moment, but
now we've
it's
2v2.
Galway come away with it, yeah. That's McCall Bennion gets the ball into Lainey Green. She's been kind of chased by Beth Chambers. A little 1v1 here, but Beth Chambers,
she's
again,
done well.
all throughout the game, she's been brilliant in those 1v1 defensive situations. She just can't be beaten at the moment.
And in fairness to Lainey Green as well, she's done well to win a corner out of that situation. She ran her socks off today without real, from a centre forward out goal scoring reward. But it's good to see Chloe coming back onto the pitch as well.
Yeah, she's back in there now. Hopefully, whatever issues there is gone. Galway have 2 players, I think, warming up as well. So there may be further changes here, maybe more fresh legs to come in. We've about 12 minutes left here. Less actually, or yeah, about 12, yeah. So ball's played into the near post, good header away. Mia Fitzsimons, I think, with the header, ball is pumped straight back in. Beth Chambers gets her foot on it, blocked down by Lainey Green. So University of Ulster, opportunity to get the ball switched out wide to the left. And their number 3, Naomi Donnan, gets forward with it, plays the ball, tries to get it behind the Galway defence, but Aoife got a head on it. Another cross into the box.
Gordon.
Yeah, it's Ulster, maybe something they need to do is just start getting the ball in there a little bit quicker. But Sophie Megan, again, she has a fine game for University of Ulster. Just, I think, a little tug on a jersey there and has given away a free kick, and that'll take a little bit of pressure off the Galway side, because Abigail O'Neill will probably go along with this and leave the ball well up in University of Ulster territory.
Yeah, I think that's something that you're right, Gordon. They need to get the ball into the box quicker, and they haven't done it as much over the course of the game. And again,
Chance there. Beth Chambers will tidy this one up probably here with Lainey Green pushing her under pressure.
again, good running, Gordon, wasn't it? From
Yeah,
Lainey
it's
Green,
just
like,
pure work rate, yeah. And
it's a thankless job.
yeah. You know, the difference between not doing that work rate and doing it is the opposition get to play out easy, but suddenly you have your own throw in inside, you know, very close to their box, yeah. So again, Tracy Kennevy just drops that one over the defence, and Lainey Green might get a little bit of daylight there for a second off trying to come around the back of Beth Chambers, but Lexi Perry in goal, up early, nice and quick. So the ball is thrown back again in by University of Ulster. Big switch on, just trying to get Sophie Megan in.
Good turn.
But Galway pick it up again, and there's Chloe Singleton. Now this could be dangerous here because she has Lainey Green. Lainey Green just ran offside.
Yeah.
Just needed to hold her run for another yard or two.
I think when Chloe played it, you could see that she threw her head in the air because she knew that Lainey had a straight offside. But
yeah, it's difficult to I think Sophie had or Chloe had made up her mind that she was going to play it. Instead of drive, the only option you have really is to keep driving yourself when you see a player straying offside. But anyway, it's still 1-0 for NUI Galway here in the third level women's Premier Division final. So University of Ulster, a couple of little half chances, but probably haven't taken the game enough to NUIG to really create that one golden chance that's going to give them the goal to bring this game possibly even to extra time.
I just can't see any way through this very, very well organised, well marshalled Galway defence, Gordon, and they've been excellent in fairness. They just seem to be in the right place at the right time. That's not by accident. That's by being.
Yeah. Lana Roddy getting the ball out to Ella Rosa Flaherty. A little bit of work. Keep this one in, and she doesn't. So it'll be another throw in for University of Ulster. But again, Tommy, it's very deep in their own half, and
yeah, as a manager, you're happy with that because can't hurt you down there, Gordon. As you know well.
Yeah, and here we go. It's again Ulster now a little bit of space down this right hand side, but as Galway's shuttle across, ball in between the lines, but just again, just can't pick it up. Ball headed on, but not probably. Molly Page actually meant to probably clear it, just put it out for a throw in, but
Hit it slightly,
yeah.
and you know, lucky again. Her teammates were there just to bail her out again, which is again the Galway defence has been excellent.
Yeah. So again, getting into the latter stage of this game, well inside the last 10 minutes, probably about 7-8 minutes left plus stoppages, and ultimately it's that early goal by Kieran McManus, scored after about 4 minutes, that separates the sides. Galway were probably slightly more of an attacking threat throughout the game. Midway through the first half, but second half have probably been on top, Tommy. Again, just haven't managed to breach and get that second goal out would probably tie this game up.
Yeah, exactly, Gordon. Look, if it stays like this, Galway will be well.
Yeah.
Great
And
ball
Laney Green now with a chance. Great ball, Ella Flaherty. Laney Green hits it probably too early.
Yeah.
Just hits it probably too early, but a super little turn and play by Ella Flaherty to put Laney Green through. She'll be disappointed with that one.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of fatigue in that, Gordon, wasn't it? Because the amount of running she's after doing, but.
Sophie Megan there trying to trying to get down the right wing. She's a very, very composed player. Blocks it down. University of Ulster a little bit of a chance here. The ball has gone out to their number 11, the substitute. It's
good defending again. Good
another strike. It's blocked down. Second strike,
Oh,
and it's in. It's 1-1. That's number. It allowed that opportunity for Emma McMaster to break into the space, and when she did, the first shot was obviously blocked down. Then when it comes back there to Leah Robinson, she absolutely buried that. It was a really, really good strike that gave Abigail Ronayne no chance. So we're back to 1-1, and we're inside almost pretty much 5 minutes now, and we could be looking at extra time.
Yeah, taking nothing away from the strike, Gordon. It was a great strike. Don't think Abigail could have, doesn't matter who's in goal, one of these strikes hits off the underside of the post and goes in. Look, it's how Galway react to this now, and can someone find a winner? Or as you said, are we facing extra time?
Yeah.
I better ring my wife and tell her hold off on the dinner.
Emma McMaster just will have to momentarily leave the field of play. She was the one who made the break and got inside the box that created that goal. She looks happy, she's smiling. She'll have to leave. She's just shaking out her leg a little bit just to make sure she's okay, but I think she's going to be okay, good to go and get back into play here. Because
I'm just wondering as well, Gordon, and sorry to cut across you, but would have been a shout for a penalty there, because she seemed to go down very heavy after that. No, I didn't see any indication from the referee that he was going to.
I don't think so, because I think it was nearly the third phase of that attack that the goal came from. I don't think Paul Thone had looked at that possible. Again, University of Ulster looked like they've suddenly come a little bit in the last couple of minutes, and that goal, it's just amazing how a goal like that breeds life.
Absolutely, and we always knew they had the quality, Gordon. But you said we talked before that they didn't really create much. And again, Trays has caught out of position here, and it's very uncharacteristic that. And this is how the
Yeah, Sophie Megan with the nutmeg.
good cover in position again by
Yeah, it was Molly
Molly
Page.
Page. Yeah. Whereas the last time Molly was sucked in with Trays, and that's where the gap was created.
So the throw-in will be by Cara Mervyn, the right back here for University of Ulster. Maybe they can believe now they can go and get the winner.
The firm official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 5 minutes additional time.
So 5 minutes additional time to be added. Sophie Megan trying to win possession. So foul there. It looked like Leah Robinson, but she's the one coming away with with a limp. But I think she maybe committed the foul. Trace Kenevi goes along with this one. Lainey Green helps it on over to Ella Rosa Flaherty. Gets down with a great touch.
Great touch.
She's got
Good
a little
skill.
opportunity.
Again, good defending, Gordon again.
Yeah, almost got in behind that University of Ulster defence. Great header away again. I think that was by Emma McMaster. Good pressing there. Chloe Singleton couldn't keep that ball in play under massive pressure from Jessica Rhea.
Yeah, Chloe's have to go out again in the last 10 or 15 minutes, but I think
It's a symptom of the work rate. I think that's been
you're
shown in
right,
the previous kind of 90 minutes to the time added on, which was it was 5 minutes indicated on the board by Des McHenry. So great ball into Sophie Megan. Just couldn't get it down under pressure from Brina Milton, but pressed by Sophie Megan and has to kind of go for safety first and puts it out for a throw.
absolutely. And
So dangerous times here for the NUI Galway defence. They really won't want to concede here, because if they do, it pretty much it's game up. It's next goal the winner inside these last minutes. Leah Robinson with a low cross just across 6 box. Nobody breaking in on it, but bustled their way through a little bit there, yeah, and the ball goes over to her fellow substitute Lucy Carville. Ball is played back onto the edge. Chance of a strike here, but Lana Roddy just gets in, takes the ball off the toe of the.
another booking here.
Another
Gordon.
booking here is right, just okay. Sure, got that booking there. Yeah, actually, it was number 6, Mia Fitzsimons, who picked up the booking, I think, for University of Ulster. But they're back in the game. Wasn't looking good for a long time, but they're back, and it's 1-1 as we're into probably about 2 minutes left, maybe a little bit less of this injury time. Ball over the top, headed on again by Leah Robinson, the goal scorer. She made a great impact, as Tommy said. Cracking goal, really good strike.
To me, NUI, you're looking a bit tired, Gordon, I know, but again, as I said, Chloe picks up a good ball and
So he's starting
goes
to
on her
drive
ones
forward
her
again, yeah.
trademark dribbles.
Yeah, Treahy picks it up, nice and composed. Chloe Singleton trying to just knock it through the legs of McMaster. That doesn't happen, but it's an opportunity just for Galway just to settle themselves down inside in the University of Ulster half. Lainey Green runs the line. Can she get possession? She gets a little tip around the corner to Treahy. Treahy cuts inside.
Decent ball.
Great strike there. That's a really good move from the Galway girls. McCall Benyon with the strike from long range.
And in fairness to McCall Benyon, that's probably the first time she's ventured that far forward, because she's just been sitting in front of the back four. And yeah, it was good bit of play, wasn't it, Gordon?
Yeah, the game was kind of really livened up since that second goal that was scored by the University of Ulster.
Yeah, Since I said there would be no more goals scored, Gordon,
Brilliant, Tommy.
I know how this works now, Gordon.
Yeah. The opposite happens to what the commentator says. Yeah. So ball out to, well, it was to Ella Rose Flaherty. Aoife Lina was on the overlap. Again, brilliant to see a player overlapping in the inside. And that's the 95th minute blown up there by referee Paul Tone. So we'll have 10 minutes each way of extra time coming up, and possibly the dreaded penalty shootout. So we'll take a very short break and we'll be back on then for the extra time. Welcome back to the second half here, or sorry, extra time I should say, of the third level Women's Premier Division final between NUI Galway and the University of Ulster. Galway led from the 4th minute up until probably about the 84th minute, Tommy, and University of Ulster didn't panic, stayed in the game, got their equaliser through Leah Robinson. The goal was scored by Galway's goal scored by Ciara McManus. So game finished 1-1. We'll have 10 minutes each way of extra time, and then if the sides can't be separated, we've the dreaded penalty shootout.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, Gordon, who do either team want to go for the extra time? I'd say they will. Nobody will want penalties, but I thought Ulster finished stronger, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit more lively in the extra time now. But fitness again will come into it, Gordon.
Yeah, it should be interesting. And on that note, University of Ulster have used up their full complement of substitutes that are available today. So, but Galway still, I think, have some options on the bench. They've used a couple, but I think they've one or two more still to use. So there's a chance that Leah Robinson, the goal scorer, number 10. She's done really well since she come in, Tommy. She's created another little threat. She replaced up top. They had Faith Johnson, who was a really hard worker, but Leah Robinson has brought another dimension to their play.
Two different types of players, and in fairness, Faith Johnson created a little bit of havoc there in the first half, and then kind of went out in the second half. But yeah, look, as you said, Leah Robinson is a different type of player, and she's given Trey's a different kind of threat as a centre back. And again, she took her goal very well, Gordon. Great strike.
It's brilliant, yeah, powerful strike. Hit the underside of the bar and went in, and it just did breathe life into the University of Ulster team. And as you say, they finished the stronger. They'll be looking to build on that now at the start of extra time as they look to press this Galway defence. They have got a throw in here. That'll be taken by Cara Mervyn. Ball thrown in. Again, opportunity here for, it was really good work there by Jessica Rhea to win the corner. So the first real chance of a set piece here in extra time falls to the Ulster girls. Sophie Megan is going to take it. She's had a fine game there, the number 7 on the right side. Dropped in a bit short. Beth Chambers is trying to keep it, but all hands are going up looking for a corner or a goal kick, and it's a signal is a goal kick.
Yeah, just all the corners that Ulster had, Gordon, they've all been hit to the front post. And in fairness to Chloe Singleton, she's dealt with every single one of them. And you know, as a manager, as a coach, you'd be disappointed in your players that they can't see that themselves and maybe overhit it. And but yeah, look, they'll probably prove me wrong now in a few minutes, but good play.
Leah Robinson picks it up, and again, just sometimes there's periods in the game where neither side can really get a hold of the ball and keep possession. And as Chloe Singleton picks that up, and she's pressed very well there by Mia Fitzsimons. Early ball back into the box was by Naomi Donnan, who's played down that left hand side all day. Very good left foot. She looks like she might have hurt herself actually, Naomi Donnan, but she's going to carry on. She's limping there a little bit. She's holding the back of her left knee. Yeah, the back of her knee or the top of her calf, I'm not sure.
I think she's going to have to stay on, isn't she, regardless of...
Yeah, I think she's gone down, but the referee, Paul Thone, just blows the whistle to stop playing. I'm not sure whether is it a cramp? Probably is, yeah. It's a dreaded cramp. It's difficult to come back from it, you know. It's really difficult once it sets in. It's in
fairness, for people who are watching at home and people who've tuned in probably wouldn't have seen the pitch as well. It is a very big pitch, and you know it is obviously 3D. So sorry.
4G.
4G. You know, I can take its toll as well, no matter how fit you are. And so, in fairness, the girls have put in a huge effort and huge work as well. So you're bound to have cramp and a bit of fatigue, Gordon. don't think you ever experienced that, did you?
I lived to a cramp. But, so again, ball just knocked forward, but out of play. So very different situation to what we've seen right throughout the second half, where Galway very much were holding on to what they had. Neither side could really get a serious grip or control of the game. And ultimately, University of Ulster got that equaliser to pull themselves back into the game as Aoife plays that ball long for Laney Green. Laney, who's worked so hard up top, has run her socks off so far. Ball comes back to Teresa Knievy. She looks up, looks to go left to Treahy, but she's blocked down. The ball picked up by Mia Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons has Robinson off. I thought she's straight offside, but she still retains possession. Sophie Megan with the long range effort, but just gets under it and goes right over the bar. Thought there was an offside there, Tommy, I have to be honest.
Yeah, it was one of those, wasn't it? It's you'd be called a VAR, but again, it was Leah Robinson who caused all sorts of problems for Trays, you know, getting close to her and not allowing her to play that ball. And she's fresh, as she only come on there, Gordon, in the second half. So
we've just substitution there. Jane Treahy has been replaced by Lauren Seaman. Looks like a straight swap there. Lauren Seaman looks to have gone in on the left hand side there with the distinctive yellow boots. So a little bit of defending here for Galway girls. Abigail Renane is going to have to be on her guard. We have Rachel McLaren and Emma McMaster standing over. Looks like McLaren. I'm sure she's thinking about a strike, Tommy, here as well.
Yeah,
you know.
it's one of those, isn't it? Or will she just
Yeah,
put
just-
it into the
just
penalty
drop it
spot,
over,
drop
yeah.
it in, yeah. You're
It's
right,
gone in
Gordon.
low and
You're
flat.
right, Gordon,
yeah. Just didn't manage to get enough on it. I think she got caught between two minds really more than anything, but that was an opportunity that's gone past for University of Ulster, and with just over 6.5 minutes of extra time played. And it will be 10 minutes each way, not the colleges and junior football is always 10 minutes extra time each way, so this will be 10 minutes. There's a ball across the box by the substitute there for Galway, Lauren Seaman. Tracy Knievy again just steps across. Calm header, really calm presence at the back for the NUI Galway team. Sophie Megan, that'll be a free kick. Just a
yellow
little
card as well, Gordon.
Brina Milton with the tackle. They've had a really good tussle there right throughout the game, in the first half right through the second half, and Sophie Megan really came into it as well in the last 10 minutes of the 90, and University of Ulster will be hoping that she can maybe take this game by the scruff of the neck. Free kick is just played over. Nobody really claims it, but Teresa Knievy tries to clear it. Ella Rosa Flaherty was trying to close down Naomi Donnan. McMaster gets down, pulls it back onto right foot. Yeah, she did really well, but clearance by the Galway defence.
Again, it was McMaster that created the goal for them, and she's a good bit of trickery in her armoury, hasn't she, Gordon?
Yeah, she also has massive energy in that midfield as well, because she's the one, as you said, was driving forward and created the opportunity for the equaliser. And here we have good clearance by Teresa Knievy under pressure from Leah Robinson. There's an offside. Robbie Stokes on the far side puts his flag up for an offside. So about 8.5 minutes, minute and a half left of this first period of extra time. Tommy, if you could just say live on air that it's going to penalties, it probably won't.
Yeah, I think we're destined for penalties, Gordon.
So Aoife, who's been very solid throughout this game, as you say, a very good player with League of Ireland experience, takes the throw in for Galway. Galway playing in the grey, University of Ulster in the white. It's extra time. It's a third level football, women's Premier Division final from Athlone Town Stadium here at Lissy Woolen. And we're right into the dying seconds of the first half of extra time. It's still 1-1. Galway took the lead. Late equaliser, early goal, but a late equaliser then by University of Ulster. It's finally balanced. No team has managed to take the game by the scruff of the neck or dominate at any one stage. And it's pretty much continued that way right into our extra time. As Molly Page gets that one down. University of Ulster trying to play out, but just been pressed a little bit by the Galway girls. Ball forward pass there by Alana Roddy, but it was cut out by the University of Ulster. But it'll be a throw in now for the Galway girls. And we're pretty much done here in the first period of extra time.
Yeah, a lot of tired bodies out there now, Gordon.
Yeah, it's noticeable.
I think every player just won't want to be that player that makes that mistake. Or
There's a great break.
Alana, poor ball by Alana. She needs to get that ball ahead of her. And
But Brina Milton did the
turn.
work, and then Seaman on the left gets the ball out to Brina.
Alana,
Ball is back into the box and nobody just attacking it. Ella Rosa Flaherty probably just was expecting it, probably just as hang at the back post with it. Laney Green running to the front post, but it went over Laney Green's head and the chance just went to Began there. That's probably it's only not, it couldn't hardly even class as a half chance, but it's the first really opportunity, and there's a minute of additional time in this first period of extra time, and by my watch there's probably 40 something seconds of that played already at this stage. So as the Ulster girls come forward,
she's done well, good turn.
that's substitute Lucy Carville gets the ball to Robinson to McMaster out to Sophie Megan. Can she get a strike? She can. And it's just whizzed past the bottom left hand corner. Again, best opportunity they've had since they scored, Tommy, and that's the half-time whistle for the first period of extra time, and referee Paul Tone looking to change them over really quickly, but that could have been a really, really important moment in the game.
Absolutely, Gordon, and I just think that Sophie Megan would be very disappointed herself she didn't hit the target. Good play by University of Ulster, and again, I still think it's destined for penalties though, Gordon.
Keep saying it, Tommy. I think the commentator's curse probably doesn't work if you if you test it.
You test it, yeah.
But again, both goalkeepers have been very composed. If we do go that far, I mean, there mightn't be a whole lot in it because they've been very solid custodians today.
Aye, and having known Abigail as well, I know that she won't be fazed by a penalty shootout. Again, Lexi Perry, again, she hasn't done anything wrong really, and it'll be just interesting to see. But as we all know, penalties is a lottery, and hopefully it doesn't come down to the keepers in the last kick.
University of Ulster switch it out wide to the right. Laney Green trying to get possession for Galway, but again, Mia Fitzsimons was winning possession back, and McMaster, a lovely little drag back and turn, and she drives forward. She just still seems to have huge bundles of energy there. Gets the ball all the way out to Naomi Donnan with her left foot, plays it inside, comes back to McMaster, but that's cut out by Teresa Kennevy, who's done, again, one of the best players we've seen on the pitch today, Tommy.
Absolutely, been superb for Galway, for NUIG. Everything defensively.
Beth Chambers, ball just gets caught on her feet, but Lena Green is up top with just, now she has support coming from Lana Roddy, but they have possession back. Just there was a moment there we thought NUI Galway might just get behind the Ulster defence, but here's a ball again trying to release Sophie Megan. Seaman, the substitute for Galway, trying to contest with Cara Mervyn. So second period of extra time here. It's the Premier Division Women's third level football final from Athlone Town Stadium, Lissy Woolen. Anyway, Galway took the lead, pegged back by a late equaliser by the University of Ulster, and less than 9 minutes left, and all to play for. Hopefully we'll get a goal before the penalty shootout. Referee Paul Tone being quick with his whistle that time. You can notice how many players getting even a little bit more vocal.
Chloe, it's unusual. Chloe must be struggling here. She's
probably a little bit too early to think about penalties, maybe, Tommy. But that's Chloe Singleton. She's had a really good game for the Galway team has been replaced by the number 18, Angel Ambrosia.
Yeah, it's a big call. In fairness, obviously there must be something wrong because with Chloe being an experienced player and 6 or 7 minutes left in extra time. Yeah, but managers know better, know their players better.
Cara Mervyn with the throw-in. Free kick. Tracy Kenevi will take this one for the Galway team. Ball knocked long, headed on by Lainey Green, but she was fouled. Fouled by Mia Fitzsimons. So maybe we'll just see, can the Galway girls, will they just go along, maybe just pump it into the danger area, Tommy, and see can they get a second ball and maybe create something just...
I think that's the way it's going, Gordon, isn't it? Yeah, just to get it into the other half, put the ball in fairness.
Tracy Kenevi gets under that. Lainey Green doesn't manage to get a head on it. The head came from Rachel McLaren. Substitute, Lucy Carville comes back inside, and University of Ulster, they are able to knock the ball around a little bit. Sophie Megan now cuts inside as she's done a lot of times today. A little bit of space open up for her. They don't want to give her that much space. And the shot, that was Leah Robinson again, but just didn't catch it.
Yeah, and in fairness, if Leah opened up, she had, I think, her Lucy Carville on her outside, and but look, you have a split second to make a decision there. But you're right, Gordon, she didn't catch it properly, and she'd be disappointed with that, I think.
Beth Chambers goes long, but that'll just be picked up by Tracy Kenevi. She's looking for options. She's waving Ella Flaherty on ahead of her on the right wing. Aoife Liney gets that ball forward. Ella Flaherty gets a touch, but to knock it around Naomi Donnan, but just can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a throw-in now for the University of Ulster. Soon enough we'll be inside the last 5 minutes of this game, and penalties getting closer and closer, Tommy.
Yeah, as I predicted, Gordon, we'll go to penalties.
Tommy, I'm getting the feeling now that it's getting like a stopwatch is going to tell the right time at least twice in every 24 hours. You have to get it right.
Some stage. As I said, as I said.
McMaster trying to break in, but Tracy Kenevi on the cover, and then really good tidying up play by Brina Milton at left back there for the Galway team, and ball hooked forward, and I think there's another little injury here to University of Ulster player. No, we're okay, all good to go. So again, Tracy Kenevi might be tempted just to go along, put this one right into the centre of defence. So Tracy Kenevi here is going to play it long into Lainey Green, can't get a hold of it. So Ella Rosa Flaherty again pressing away there, getting in tight on McMaster. So chance here now, Lana Roddy, 1-year-old player, Tommy.
Yeah.
Ball cleared, it's gone away. Ulster now, yeah, but Galway, look at that, the back four in a really good shape, not committing anything forward, good shape. But here's McMaster, gets a ball in behind for Sophie Megan. If she can keep this in, there's an opportunity. She has done.
Well,
she's done what? Almost clipped.
Tackles,
two
great
tackles,
tackle,
two
great
very
tackle.
brave tackles inside Seaman with the second one, and credit to Galway girls, they got it right. But McMaster again, McMaster here. And that's another good tackle inside the box. This time it's centre back Molly Page. It's gone out for a goal kick, but dangerous moments there for the girls from Galway who were under real pressure from the University of Ulster.
Yeah, they're finishing strong now, aren't they, Gordon? Yeah, and as you said, super tackle from Lauren Seaman there. It's one of those, if she doesn't win it, it's
a certain penalty. Yeah, she gets it wrong.
Yeah.
But also I think what they call her, Brina Milton actually did the first tackle as well, and both vital because Sophie Megan, very skillful player. Ella Rose Flaherty wins the throw-in on the far side. getting into kind of last chance territory now for both teams. And ball goes down the right wing, cross into the box. There's a chance here for Lanzarote, but
keeper does well.
yeah, Lexi Perry really up quickly there.
And that's good goalkeeping because she hadn't anything to do in the last 20 minutes, and she's kept her concentration well. And Sophie Megan
So
here.
Meg again, just on the rampage, plays a little ball around. And if Leah Robinson had been on the half turn there, just side on, would have spotted that pass a little bit earlier, and there was probably another chance to get her into that same position that she scored from.
Absolutely, Gordon, and it was a super ball, good run, direct run. She's been very good to Sophie Megan. She's very good.
So the ball just played forward there. Again, sometimes when you're in that position, Rachel McLaren just saying, like, let's put it down the other end of the pitch and we won't concede here. Ball runs out. Robbie Stokes there, flag up instantly. So we're inside the last probably minute and a half here. Ball goes long again. It's Leah Robinson, the goal scorer, trying to win possession. McMaster showing that huge energy in midfield, the number 4 for the University of Ulster. Seems to have got stronger as the game has gone on. Ball kicked out over the sideline into the school beside us here. That penalty shootout is hanging over us, Tommy.
Looks like both teams have settled for penalties, Gordon.
Yeah. So Lanzarote gets the ball back to Aoife Lina. Lina goes long. Again, nobody's going to take a chance at the back. They're going to push it forward and see can they just force a little mistake. Aoife Lina with the throw in now for Galway. Might be the last chance to get an opportunity here.
Aoife's been very good. About 90 minutes and extra time, Gordon. And can Galway force a corner here now to give them some good defending again.
We'll have another opportunity from this throw-in. So it looks like I just saw a signal there from fourth official Des McHenry. Spoke to referee Paul Tony. It looks like 1 minute is going to be indicated on the board. So another throw-in, slightly deeper position this time from NUI Galway. If they can just work the opportunity, Tommy, to stick a ball in the box and see what happens. At this stage, it's put it into the melting pot.
Decent throw.
Good long throw. It's helped on. It's going to be a corner, I think, for the Galway girls.
Yeah. Why not just throw everybody forward now? And I think this could be nearly the last play, Gordon.
Yeah, we're inside. Yeah, well inside the last minute. It's 30 seconds since the 1 minute was indicated. So Aoife Lina.
Yeah, Aoife can put in a great ball.
She put in some really good ones. Yeah. And I noticed Seaman, the sub, is coming in at the back post. So that ball's gone in. Teresa Kenevi couldn't get onto it. She has possession. Aoife Lina will have one opportunity to get this ball in the box. Ball driven in. Oh, she looks like she really went for it. It just hits the outside of the top corner. And that surely would have been the winner.
Absolutely. Well, in fairness, good technique, good strike of a ball. And I'm sure Lexi Perry.
That'll be it, Tommy. We're gone to penalties. Penalties will decide the third level women's Premier Division football final result here between NUI Galway and the University of Ulster. An early goal by NUI Galway put them in the lead. They held that till about the 84th minute when the substitute and that goal was scored by Ciara McManus. But the substitute for University of Ulster, Leah Robinson, with a really composed strike, levelled the game, left it at 1-1. And that big chance there by NUI Galway just on the final whistle almost won the game for them. But we're going to go to the shootout here. And we saw a big penalty shootout last Sunday in the Carabao Cup, but pretty much everybody, barring one goalkeeper, scored. It was 11-10. I'm not sure we see that much drama here, but again, not always it's a nice way to win a game if you win the penalty shootout, but it's a horrible way to lose. But unfortunately, we have to have a winner here today, and it's going to be really interesting just to see who has the composure after basically 110 minutes of football to maybe just stick that penalty away.
Yeah, look, it's a terrible way to go out, and on the balance of play, I think, you know, did either team deserve to win the game in the 90 minutes in the extra time? Quite possibly not.
Yeah, there's very little between the two sides.
Yeah,
I have to
very,
say.
very little.
So both sides, we've Daniel McDowell Tuffy, the manager, head coach of the University of Ulster team, just chatting to our players. Billy Cleary doing the same. You see Billy taking notes on who's hitting penalties, and I suppose first job is to sort out who wants to hit them, and after that then it's just that little bit of advice. And generally, Tommy, you're going to tell a player, I would always say, pick a side, hit it there firmly, and whatever happens after that, don't change your mind on the way up, or don't change your mind particularly on the run up to the penalty is another thing that I think you just have to know where you're putting it, try and execute that, and hit it as well as you can, and hope that the keeper doesn't get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Penalties, lottery. Be confident.
I always think if I wanted to be anybody in a penalty shootout, it would be goalkeeper,
Yeah.
because I think you've nothing to lose. You know, you're facing a shot from 12 yards, and it's you know.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Gordon, but I always like to go first, because if I missed, then I knew there were 4 lads behind me and bailed me out.
I usually got to go last, so I was usually the penalty taker for the team, but I generally got to go last. I don't know why, but nowadays they're saying the best penalty taker should go first to put pressure on the opposition, but I don't know.
It wasn't the case for me anyway. It was just that I just wanted to go. I knew someone would bail me out at the end. Knowing Abigail, and I suppose last year we would have practiced penalties in that. She's a very good keeper when it comes to penalties. So, and she's confident. She's good belief in herself as well. Then.
Yeah, penalties are going down the what I call the car park end of the ground here. So we're running out a little bit of light actually as well. Not sure how well it's showing up on our live stream, but again, thanks to Anthony Quinn AV for doing the graphics and helping us keep this stream up live. It's running off the Pixlock camera, so hopefully we can catch the penalties okay on this. Hopefully, it's camera works off an automatic ball tracking system, and McMaster is going to hit the first penalty. McMaster, number 4.
Who had a decent game as well.
Yeah, really good game.
Skillful type of player. Looks fairly confident. So.
Yeah, just as the floodlights have been turned on here. So thankfully the camera's picked up the ball there. So there's the first penalty, and it's straight down the middle.
Good confident penalty, and she gave Abigail the eyes and just rolled it down the middle. Here's a player who's been excellent all game, and Trez Kenivi.
Good striker of the ball.
Very unusual to see a centre back going first as well, but as you say, Gordon, her technique is very good and her passing, and it'll be fitting for her if she puts this away.
Looks like a pretty short run up. Sticks in the bottom left. Super penalty.
Yeah, super penalty. Yeah.
So that's 1-1. 1-1 after one penalty each. Up next, for the University of Ulster, we have Rachel McLaren. Making that long walk up, Tommy.
Yeah, it's a lonely walk, Gordon, isn't it? Until you score.
So, Rachel McLaren, second penalty for the University of Ulster. Goes bottom right. Good penalty.
Yeah,
Keeper guessed right.
Great penalty. In fairness, it's one of those. Yeah, a very confident penalty. And
Lainey Green, the striker for NUI Galway, stepping up now next.
in fairness, did a lot of work, Gordon, selfish work today, and again, without that reward of a goal. So it'd be nice to see her stick this away as well. And she did an awful lot of work. Worked tirelessly for her team.
Yeah. Taking her right foot again, straight down the middle.
It's one of those, isn't it? The keeper, in fairness, they're hard ones because the keeper goes and then you play it, and normally, you know, she probably would have had a corner picked out, but the keeper sometimes can help you out as well, can't they?
That's right, yeah. I think if you're confident the keeper's going to dive, you're probably better off going down the middle if you can. You know, we saw a brilliant one from Fabinho for Liverpool at the weekend. I thought that was very brave. I suppose if the keeper doesn't move, you look very silly, but it looks brilliant when it works. But so next up, we have Jessica Ria for University of Ulster. This will be their third penalty of 5. Abigail Ronayne just moving along her goal line. So Jessica Ray with the penalty goes.
Yeah, good penalty again.
Again, good penalty. Abigail Ronayne just goes the wrong way. That'll be 3-2 now for the University of Ulster. And we've Ella Rose O'Flaherty, daughter of Ricky O'Flaherty, Galway United legend, St. Pat's legend. Great goal scorer, League of Ireland goal scorer in her own right with Galway Women's FA. And she'll take Galway's third penalty here in this third level Women's Premier Division final, going all the way to the penalty shootout. Referee Paul Thone making sure the ball is clearly on the spot. He's asking for it to go back. It all just adds to the tension.
Yeah, that can disrupt the player too as well. And look, she's experienced enough to a calm head as well.
Yeah, she's had to wait for the whistle. Steps up, puts in the bottom left. Super penalty, no stopping that.
In fairness, yeah, they're good penalties. All good penalties so far. Yeah, we could have another situation we had last Sunday, Gordon.
11-10, yeah.
And I do know as well from, again, I know keep harping about from Abigail, she can strike a good penalty as well.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it.
So, 4 penalty for the University of Ulster, and it will be their number 14, Cara Mervyn. Calmly placed, sends the keeper the wrong way, opens her body up at the last second and just placed it.
Some good quality penalties.
Yeah, no issues so far. And this time for NUI Galway, we've McCall Bennion. She sat in there, as you said, Tommy, you referenced earlier on, just sat and did that. You know, a really good job in the 6 role. She were number 6, but played in that sitting role. Steps up, puts in the top right-hand corner.
Very short run up. I'm never really confident with a short run up, but in fairness, she knew what she was doing all along, and a very, very good penalty.
So this is where the tension starts, and
Mia Fitzsimons.
Yeah, it's do or die on these two now. We're pretty much in sudden death at this stage, as it's 4-all. So it's Mia Fitzsimons.
What a very
good game. Yeah, really solid.
Player,
Steps up and good save by Abigail Ronayne.
In fairness, I think she missed the penalty, didn't she? But again, Abigail has to guess the right way, and she's done well. And we have Aoife Lynn, who had a super game now coming up, and we know can strike a ball, Gordon. And I think
she'd be odds on if she does what we think she can do. But you know, unlucky there for Mia Fitzsimons again.
Had a great game.
Super game. You know, one of the best players on her side, and but she's left it now for Aoife Lynn with the opportunity to win the Women's Premier Division final for NUI Galway. Steps up and sticks it in the corner. That's a brilliant penalty. Took the pressure, made it look easy. So it's congratulations to NUI Galway, the winners of the Women's Premier Division third level football title, league title. We might see them back again in a couple of weeks for the cup competition, but for today, Tommy, probably just about deserving winners, you know, throughout the game. Started better, got the early goal, went over a bit, came into a little bit more in the second half, and then just caught with a late goal, but it showed great character that it didn't affect them.
No. And in fairness, quality penalties, and you know, I felt sorry for Mia Fitzsimons, had a great game, and you know, I just see her, she's inconsolable there, and you know, but look, at the end of the day, Gordon, someone has to win, someone has to lose. yeah, on the balance of it all, I'm sure University of Ulster will have no complaints, with Galway winning it. And as you said, hopefully, I think we could see either side back here in next week. Yeah,
Couple of weeks, yeah.
Sorry, in a couple of weeks'
2 weeks' time,
yeah.
2 weeks' time, we could be back here. But anyway, that's it from us. So thank you for tuning in to our live stream of the third level football women's Premier Division final. Again, as I say, NUI Galway 1-0 winners over a very, very good University of Ulster side. Both sides will be still fighting in the cup competition. We may see them back here in the final in a couple of weeks' time. So thank you from Athlone for tuning in to our live stream.